Let's go for this. Bro, triple Annex! Well, this is getting serious. We showed that Zombify will never work. And they are still casting it. Cool. I'll take it. Alright, so one Zombify out. They probably have more. What? Those counter spells are wild, man. They're doing stuff. Oh man, they will get so much mana. I really hope they cannot get it to 7. They shouldn't. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we are serious about Magic. We want to win, we want to be sweaty. And what better deck to take than World Championships deck? We modified it for best of one, and I honestly believe that it actually got better. And we have some very nice results. We ranked up like crazy with this one, and it felt extremely dominating. And there was some change that really helped with this. So basically we have ton of removal, so against aggro decks we are super safe. We also have Annex, so we can live gain with this. Against all the reanimation and awakening combo decks, we have 4 don't make a sound, so 4 counter spells and 4 lanterns. This will completely ruin so many decks, and you will see in the video that single lantern and single counter spell can literally make those decks to rage quit and never want to play against you, in their life. And of course we have Farsight Ritual, which I absolutely adore. This is such a great interaction, because you can go for momentum breaker or nowhere to run. You have 6 of them, so basically you always have at least 1 on the board, and after they are used, they are still here. They are a perfect bear gain target. So with Farsight Ritual, it's perfect fit, because this deck can win with combo of Excruciator, of course, and Jace. So if you can hit those cards correctly, you will win very quickly, and you can hit counter spells, removal, Annex, whatever you need the most for the current situation. So you can also go for super deep 8 cards, and you don't really pay for it because those cards were already used. So I absolutely adore this interaction. Like, this deck is super slick, very efficient, and it just gets to the point, countering all the most popular decks. So I hope you will like it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of decks, and let's go to the games. Momentum break, I love, man, every time my draw is bad, I just love to see this card. I honestly think we just go with the lantern. I don't need this. This is basically one random card. So they didn't really accomplish anything, and now we can go for a removal on them. Okay, this is a nice draw. Oh, well, maybe not nice, because we are already having too many lands. I think we go for this. I think they will play Pixie or Fear of Missing Out and, bounce this. I think that's the play. But it's pretty slow. If that's Fear of Missing Out, that's better, because in order to replay it, they need 4 mana. And they only have 3, so that would be the better version. Pixie is worse. See? I told you. This is exactly what we expected. But because we are on the draw, it actually sucks for us, because I cannot Farsight right now. This is a very nice draw. Very nice draw. It kinda saves us a lot of life. I think we kill it. I honestly think we kill it now, so they cannot untap and protect it. They have something. Not Bubble. Not this town. I think it had to be a cut down, but I'm honestly not sure. Maybe they bluffed. Momentum Breaker. Alright, we have a very good land to discard. I'm not gearing toward Demon. I'm going for the Sanctuary, so when we draw Annex, we can get 2 demons. That's the idea. I could draw a card, and honestly, I think this is the play. Like, we just need a little bit more cards. Right now, our opponent is on 3, we will be on 4, and we need to stop drawing lands, bro. Oh my god, we need to really stop drawing lands. I'm super happy with this Farsight Ritual. If not this card, we would be in such a trouble. Hopefully we won't draw another, 4 lands from the top. We could transform Sanctuary, but I don't. Man, I tell you, I absolutely love when they think that my draw matters. It's always lands, bro. Like, this is the best play. They spent full turn to remove one of my lands that did nothing. And now we can go for Farsight and try to start getting good stuff. We need to be careful because they will bounce double breakers probably. I think this is their play. So they will go for town. That's why we go with annexes. But it will be scary. This will be very scary. I think we go with Annex. If they're going for the cards, I probably misplayed it a little bit. They can also bounce this. I think we keep Breaker, because that kinda protects us. And I want to keep at least one Annex. So if they bounce both, yeah, they need, okay, so they need to bounce this and this, in which case they can only discard one card, or they bounce both, and then we keep the Annex. So I think this is a good play. Oh, this card can be huge. We will see, because right now they are kinda, you know, overflowing with mana and not too many cards to play it, but this is a generally a nice draw. I think they have it. So we could go for the Sanctuary and then they kill it. If we go Demon, it's harder. I will go for it. I'm 100% sure Demon will die, but it's a little bit harder for them and they might need this town, because otherwise it won't die to nowhere to runs. So I still think it's worth it, especially that we have new demon here, and new demon here. So we need to run them out of those resources. So this is good play for them. They were waiting for it, but it still is a better play for us. Especially that we are drawing cards, so every time they spend mana to get rid of cards, they're kinda getting behind and behind, like more and more behind. I think I go for the fraud. I don't think we need to target. Next will be don't make a sound, because we will need a lot of time to get it. If we go for this, we can counter spell. And that's super huge. Yeah, this is huge. I think we'll be able to counter spell their removal. I think they have nowhere to run. So I think when we attack, they will cast it, then we counter it, and then we get a card, life gain, and probably a new land. So I think this is see, bro, we are playing them like a champ. We predict everything. And this is exactly what we wanted. Life gain, cards, and now they need to kill it again, which will cost them mana and cards. And we can keep discarding those two cards. Moment they get to one card, I play this. And we have another Annex. Hopeless Nightmare, sure. Damage is the biggest problem, but as long as they cannot kill Sanctuary, they will lose the game. And even if they can do it, we can always go for 5 mana Demon. So honestly, I think this counter spell play won the game, but we are not closing it yet, but it's very close. Like they are one misplay or one bad play away from losing this game. Okay, sure. Oh, right. I was already preparing to discard this. Alright, we can do it again. And I think we will. This is a good... Oh, we could go for the demon, but then... This allows us to play Momentum Breaker. So if they play this, we can trade our Momentum Breaker for theirs. If we play this, this could be a bad card that they don't care about, and then they discard it, and then they hit the good card. Huh. That's an interesting one. If I go for Sanctuary, I cannot play Annex. I honestly think we go for this. This also gives us a demon. We know they cannot answer it, and now Annex is in the battlefield, which makes it a little bit more useful. And now we have a good card to discard. And you can see that we are life gaining since like 2 turns. So this Momentum Breaker is annoying, of course, but they are slowly out of options, and we can get the last card finally. Maximum speed. They can life gain 8, by the way. This is crazy. And this is their last card. Let's sit. That means we can Sanctuary, and we have guarantee that they cannot do anything about it. Is that nowhere to run or something? Cut down. Perfect. So now we can go for this. Bro. And we are gaining more life and more cards. Do I go with this? I think we keep it. In case they have like super lucky draw. And that's quite a lot of damage already. I think we want to really unlock another Annex. Yeah, I will keep it. I will keep it because we are doing a new card, so we will not be without, you know, cards at all. This is fine. We don't care. Life gain doesn't matter because they are losing on value, and this is game. They lost. With this draw, they have absolutely zero chance. Even with good draws, they would have a tall order to win this game. Let's go for this. Bro, triple Annex! Well, this is getting serious. I'm absolutely overdoing it, but it's very, very fun. This is 6-9 damage, so that means we get Demon and we deal 6 damage on every of the turns. And of course we go back to 22, because this is what we deserve. To be higher and higher, and we can also crack the breaker. So they will get a very good draw probably with those scries, but it will only be good draw. Even if they get this town, they can bounce both of those cards, and it does nothing, and it loses them the game. They honestly need to removal for Sanctuary, and then we unlock this, and we deal 6 damage. So I'm pretty sure they are dead on the next turn, whatever they do, and whatever they draw. But this is brutal. And we also draw 4 cards a turn, just, you know, just to make sure. Half of them will be lands, doesn't matter, we still win. They need to kill this. Fear of Isolation. Sure. They will cast it, kill this, and then we go Demon and they are dead. Sure. That's all their play, so we can do it now. Oh right, they can get 2 life from Momentum Breaker. That's fine, they will get 1 turn. Well, we need to go for the Demon, but Reefs will, you know, finish them anyway. So let's go for this. I will go for a Swamp. And they need to burn it, and they are at 4. But that's fair, that's 1 extra turn, but it's very hard to beat guy that draws 4 cards a turn, life gains 6 and deals 6 damage every turn. And with Farsight Ritual we can sacrifice this. Oh, they actually didn't even go for this play. Alright, this is huge. So we hold the counter spells right now, we keep playing cards, we might go for Momentum Breaker and then Farsight Ritual, and then we find the missing pieces. I think I will counter it. This is a good counter spell target. They are so low on cards, so if we keep trading 1 for 1, they probably cannot do much. I can even discard the next one. Yep, let's go for it, because then we can bargain on the next turn at dance step. And for 4 mana, they probably cannot do as much. Alright, Demolition Field. Man, I think we are playing them perfectly. Now we go Verge, we can use Momentum Breaker to bargain, and we'll find 2 extremely good cards. I'm not sure what the cards will be, but they will be great. I think we have this game, They generally shouldn't have counter spells, I think. I will go for it. It's dance step, right? Yep. Man, this is such a cool interaction. Perfect! And we can get more? Oh, this is perfection. I'm not sure what I'm exactly playing against. Annex is super tempting. I definitely will get this. I could try to go for Lethal, but I really like the Annex and just having more control over the game. We can even go for the Ritual at dance step. Because with those cards we will always be ahead. And our opponent doesn't know we don't have counter spells, they already got burnt once, so I think they will play more carefully in the future. See, this is a card that does absolutely nothing. This is a pure bait, and we are not taking it. So what is the play? Exile Graveyard, we literally don't care about it. Like, this was just a wasted turn for them. And now we can go for Farsight Ritual. We don't even need bargain, we just need good cards. Well, this is probably not the best draw of the year, so let's take the cards that matter here. And now I don't see any graveyard from them, so this shouldn't be like super threatening. I will go with Annex. I will go with this. And we are pretending that we have no more sound. And I will still go for, I guess, Overlord or something. I don't think it matters. We will take the hit from this. We are in control of the... Oh, the bluff worked so well. We actually bluffed ourselves. So they will hit, try to force reaction so we can tap. We are not falling for it. 3 damage doesn't matter. Like, we will start life gaining very soon. And they need to make a play. And with counter spells they probably can. And this deck is actually fire. Like, it does everything basically. Alright, and do I want... I will keep it. But we can anoint with Affliction. I don't see any scary thing coming at the end step. I might be wrong, but I'm just not risking it. The big things are usually Sorcerer Speed for this deck. Okay. At the beginning of the next end step, so we will have some time, that's fine. Because they will spend green mana, kill the chamber, and go from there. But we will draw at least one card, and we can even make a demon if we want. We have enough, to be honest, so I think we'll go with demon before they kill it. And now we will draw. Oh, they have... Oh, alright, you got it. I could tap them, but I don't think it's worth it. We have another Unholy Annex. I can manifest Dread. It doesn't really matter. Let's go for this guy. I mean, I still have a creature, so I'll take it. Right, I think they will target Annex, but we already got a ton of value from this. So I don't really care. Like, it's like secondary objective, but the primary is something we are winning. Sure, and we still don't really care about the graveyard, so it's just about Annex and we already have the new one. I just want to make sure that they cannot resolve spells. Because there are some spells that can be a huge problem. I think we can sacrifice Lantern at the end step. I already seen enough of the deck to see that we probably don't care about graveyard as much. Sure. 3 damage. Those colors cannot deal direct damage usually, so you don't really care. And they don't even have Zur mana. So what we will do... I really don't care about this card. Let's draw something. This can be very powerful. And let's play Caverns. I mean, this really gives away the game plan, but I will still go for it. And what can we do? I will definitely attack and see if there's reaction. It seems there are no instants here. Oh, we get maximum speed, that's nice. We have enough. We need one more turn. I think we'll go with Annex here. We have 5 mana, that should be enough. Let's take this guy. We go to 8. Then we go to 5, and then we start playing. Cut down, of course, a bad draw. Alright, I think they will swing first. I actually don't... I shouldn't attack, I should just keep it for blocks so we can save 3 life. It's way more important. I wish I had 1 more mana, I could go for the throat and double counter spell, but that's fine. I think we'll go for it. This is a little bit too much pressure. I think we could get away with not doing it, but I think we'll win the game. Those counter spells won the game, man. This will be an awkward hand. Being on the draw really sucks here. We absolutely want to use the counter spell. However, this is not super strong, so maybe... let's go with the Reef, so we get rid of it. Then we go Shores, and basically we are like 2 turns behind, it feels. But once we get to this part... See, normally we would counter it. Right now we actually cannot. So this puts our whole gameplay in complete different direction. Right now we cannot prevent it. Which, man, the difference between being on the draw and on the play is massive. Like, this will affect the whole rest of the game. Because if we could counter it, I think they basically instantly scoop. But here we will have to fight through literally everything, and very likely, Try to go for the demon combo and just exile the whole library. I'm not sure how to play this. If this goes into graveyard, I think it's still better. They kinda sometimes like having cards in the graveyard. Okay. Perman. Oh, they will take the cardon. This is so insanely good for them. Oh boy. But you know what? I'm at least happy that we can go for this. This is a good target. But you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So right now, basically the whole game is changed. And we need to play the whole game because we are on the draw. Unholy Annex, of course, will get instantly deleted. We could go for Jace. They can back up. I don't think they can deal enough damage. I'm casting Jace because Annex will die to the mites.
Surrender your mind to Phyrexia's.
And 4 loyalty is quite a lot. If they had a plant, that would be worse, because they can basically pump the plant with new plants, but those cannot grow. Oh, this is so insanely good. They basically wasted it. So they can make a new one, but that's it. Alright, guys. Alright. I think this might be manageable, but it's very hard. It's actually very hard. They don't even go for Jace. I need to think about it. This will be a hard game. I could go for Farsight, but we don't play sweepers. Oh boy, we're so far from Excruciator. Like, it's insane. Please give me big on the play. Oh, this would be such a win, man. I think they would scoop on turn 3. Alright. How can we deal with this? Farsight Ritual is a bit too slow. If we go Annex, we draw 1 card, but maybe we force Might to not do anything? I will go for this play. So let's go for the Sanctuary. We might draw a cut down, which would be the best, so I will make a stop. And I will get rid of this, because this will probably be at least 2-2, maybe higher. Alright. I could also try to mill them, but it will probably help them more than it hurts, and I cannot mill the rest, so it doesn't really give us anything. And moment we hit Excruciator, it doesn't matter how many cards we got. Draw a card, sure. And they will exile it, so every creature can be sacrificed. Alright, that's fine. We definitely need to start doing some removal, because we need to clear the board manually, card after card, and hopefully that will be enough. What can you do? What can you do? At least we redraw it, so there are still 1 card behind. But of course they also have draw engines that generate value. You know, thanks to being on the play. Like, I will be salty about it. It's crazy that the whole game is basically the result of being on the draw. And it completely like doubles power of the player that was on the player. It's crazy difference. I think I need Anoint with Affliction, but they're holding mana, which is super unfortunate. And I'm not sure how to play against it. We will start with this, that's for sure. I can counter something, but the play they will make is drawing cards. Of course they cannot, sacrifice in response, because it always forces them to sacrifice something. It doesn't target a creature. Alright, we solved this problem at least. They're going for face, so this will be only 2 damage to the face if we go for Jace play. I kinda like it, I guess. We could also draw a card. But we would have to mill them, which helps them a little bit. And we also don't disable power this card has. So I think this is a little bit better overall. Let's go for the river. I don't want to name demon, because then they will know exactly that what we run. Oh, but we need 1 more land, because we have Sanctuary. But it's fine, it's still the river. We can try to counter something, but it will be rough. Oh boy. Oh boy. We dodged the bullet here. Oh boy. If that went into the battlefield, that would be absolute insane, man. Like, I think we would die in like 2 turns. Right. It also tapped super heavily, so they only have this 1 mana. This was really good turn for us. Literally thanks to... I have to say, this counter spell saves me so much. I didn't have it in the first version, but when I added it, it just feels so good, man. Alright. Alright. This is what we needed. The problem is they can always sacrifice it. I can go for so many cards, but I think I'd much rather just draw 1 extra card. We start getting some card advantage, so we can go for Excruciator. Alright. See, we are getting closer. We can win on the next turn, depending on the situation. I think we'll win, guys. I think we'll win. Even despite this absolutely abysmal roots. Alright. There's not much we can do about this part, right? This is annoying. They need to kill us on this turn. If they spend 1 mana, I'm killing it, but they need to spend mana. Alright, we will go Anoint into Farsight, find black mana, go Doomsday. Oh my god, can you like please chill a little bit, bro? Please chill. Alright. I will get a ton of mana. I think we allow it. I mean, we cannot counter this, of course, but we could try to answer. We need to survive literally. By the way, alright? The last time I'm saying anything about being on the play, but if they win on this turn, this will be the free turn they got by being first. So that also means we would win on the play, even despite the Roots counter spell. But we'll see. I hope they cannot pump this to 7, and they will rely on the Might, and we can kill the Might. So I think we will still win, but it will be way closer than I wanted. They have only 2 mana. They can make 1 more plant with the card on, so this will be 3. And yeah, I think they won't have enough damage. But we need... And we can sacrifice Momentum Breaker, which means we are absolutely hitting. Alright. They can still get mana from this, right? Annoying. They are growing this to 3, then to 4. As you can see, they are doing stuff. They are doing stuff. But it's... Oh man, they will get so much mana. I really hope they cannot get it to 7. They shouldn't. But it depends on the draw. I'm not sure what this card is. And they can pump quite a ton. And of course they can use all the new plants, right, with Tyvar. So it's all about the cards, not really mana. Alright, up to 5. This gives them, gets them up to 7. Maybe we just remove this one if they pump too much. By the way, if they hit Jace, we might be in some trouble. But then they need to split damage, and that means we can kill the creature attacking Jace. And the other one probably won't kill us. They are going to combat phase. That's nice. That is nice. So I will go for... Wait, which one? I will go for this one, I think. They do not expect... Yeah, I think this is the right call. They can spend 1 mana and draw a card, but I believe that's the last piece of mana. And this will be a 6/6 at most, with the card on. Bro, can this game be any closer? I think we could be at literal 1 if they go for the card on. But it seems that they are not, which is great. That means they cannot do too much on this turn. They can make 1 creature and that's it. Hopefully. Unless they used 1 mana to cast something and it produces 1 mana and they cast something. But I don't think they can deal damage directly. This is probably not the build that does this. And we are waiting with this until the last moment. Yep, you miss 1 damage here. And honestly, 1 damage here. But not really, because they needed a card from, you know, the plant we killed. We can still miss because we need a black land. Bro, this matters. We can use the pain land. If they went for 6, pain land would kill us. And that means a land wouldn't allow. Man, this actually would make a difference. Let's go for bear game. We don't need to pain. Which means this will draw the black land that we are needing. We play Excruciator, we win the game. Bro, we finessed this game. I tell you, this was really good. Black mana. Here we go. And do I even need anything else? I mean, I will be dead anyway. I will take this, cause why not? Alright, I'm still a little bit stressed, just not to mess it up. And they don't have effects that kill planeswalkers. Non-creature artifact, non-creature enchantment. Draw a card. Exile stuff doesn't matter, so they cannot do anything to Jace, because now they might realize what is going on, but it's too late. I have to say, our opponent played very well. Like, this was really nice gameplay, but now we excruciate them. We can use the pain until going directly into 1. I cannot be, man, this game could never be closer than this, and they are dead. And they need to make a peace with this. Even on the play we managed to beat it, and Roots was literally on turn 2. So this was the full power of this deck, and we still managed to beat it. Yeah, they're trying to find the out, but there is no out. They can draw a card, but that's it. They cannot even create, you know, new stuff. So that's literally it. And now we go for -4 just to be sure. Oh boy, 1 life is all you need, guys. 1 life. Alright, we're going first. I like this hand. I really like this hand. With Don't Make a Sound, we should make some cool plays. It will be a bit challenging to get Jace into the board. And I think we missed that, like turn 1 in case we draw Annex. Alright, our opponent is trying to Gandalf, which means probably Mountain into mono red. But at least the art is sweet, alright? They get points for, you know, dragons. Oh, this is not a mono red. Okay, alright. I think this should be some kind of deck that uses graveyard. Yep. This is very strong, but I think we keep counter spells for reanimation. This is probably like Carnosaur, Reanimator with, you know, all the classics. And we are absolutely prepared for it. So we need to play it smart, and we will win this game. They cannot reanimate on the next turn, right? So we could draw a card with Jace and start stacking it. And then we can win on turn 6. I will go for it. I think this is a good play. And I will mill myself, so our opponent doesn't get good targets. We are showing a bit of a deck, which isn't perfect, but it's better than giving them more resurrection effects. For 3 mana they cannot go for it. They have Zombifies in the deck. So they will reanimate on the next turn. Now we can disable Fear of Missing Out, so it doesn't deal damage. Oh boy, they are prepared. So we have the Lantern that completely destroys all the graveyard things. Oh, right, I didn't think they will go for it. This is usually like one-time thing, but it's fine. I actually don't mind it. So next turn we need to counter spell. We could go for this. Nah, we do it later. I'm pretty sure we won't cast this. Atraxa is good enough already, so they will go for the play. I don't really want to show this yet, to be honest. I'm not sure if that's the best play, but I will try to go for it. I think Atraxa is more annoying. Atraxa is usually a pretty decent card. Now they know they won't be able to reanimate, so that's my a bit of fear, because we showed that Zombify will never work, and they are still casting it. Alright, cool. I'll take it. Alright, so one zombie fight out. They probably have more. Those counter spells are wild, man. Well, I really hope you enjoyed those games. I have to say that I'm pretty excited about it. Every time I play this deck, it just feels really good because it's strong, it's fast, and it can kill your opponent surprisingly quickly. I was on the fence of making all those modifications because the meta changed since, you know, the championships, and this is also best of one, so we needed to transform the deck a little bit. So I wasn't at first sure what direction to go for, and I wasn't sure how to go about Awakening deck, because if you want to have a strong deck, it needs to answer the Awakening combo. It's not easy because they have counter spells, you know, they can remove creatures, they can lock down, they have a lot of stuff, and they can also Omniscience into Omniscience. So removal is not good enough because they will counter it by using basically like infinite mana. So you need something better. That's why we want to go for those counter spells, even paying to slows them down by 2 full turns. And with Lantern, you get it easier. Like you can play it, exile the Omniscience, then they need to find another one, and then you can exile again at instant speed. So basically 2 of those Lanterns prevent the whole deck from working, and most of those decks don't even have answer for this. I think the only answer might be the lockdown, and I think that not all of the versions play it even. So those lanterns will absolutely destroy your opponent, and the coolest part, if the matchup is wrong, you just draw a card, you sacrifice it, say, my bad, not for this matchup, and you can just ignore it and basically redraw different card. By the way, it's also an artifact, so in some situations it might be worth to bargain Farsight Ritual on this, because sometimes you don't need this extra card, you just need the right card, and it lets you dig 4 cards deeper. So I'm proud of this deck. I think we really made it better, and we have some decent results. The sample is not huge, but we actually went 4-0. I think we could make more, but I actually didn't play more games. I have everything I need, and I'll be honest, sometimes it feels like, you know, good RNG. With this deck, it felt that it's very powerful, and this is what we should get. So I'm pretty sure if you keep playing it, you will get to pretty decent Mythic, not even just Mythic. I think you can get to numbered Mythic pretty easily with this, and for me it absolutely worked, and it felt great and very powerful. So, you know, World Championship deck with some modifications, and I think we actually made the deck better. So I'm pretty proud of this one. And with that being said, I think that's kind of, you know, everything for today. Before we wrap up, a huge thank you to all of our patrons for supporting the content, supporting the channel, and yeah, just helping us to make more videos. If you want to join, check out the site. Maybe there will be something you like, early access to all the decks, and of course being immortalized in the videos. And yeah, that's it. Tell me what you think in the comments, and see you guys tomorrow.